Hey everyone, welcome back to Lumber Capital Log Yard. It's been a while since I made a video on our edger, so I thought that we would revisit as well as add on to some of the points that I made on my last edger video. Before we begin, remember to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Also, check us out on Instagram at lumbercapital07 to keep up with all of the latest stuff going on here at Ironwood. That being said, let's get into the video. When you are getting into the lumber business, it is hard to know what is necessary in the beginning and not. A lot of other videos have people suggesting all kinds of fancy gadgets to go along with your mill, which can add a lot of expense. Today, we are going to determine whether you need a lumber edger for your business or not. First off, what is a lumber edger? A lumber edger is a machine that takes off the rough edge of boards and can straighten and square bowed lumber. If you have experience in running a mill, you will know that if you are cutting nominal lumber, you are going to get flitches, also called jacket boards, from every log you mill. Depending on what mill you are running will determine whether it is in your best interest to invest in an edger or not. When we first got into the lumber business, we started out with an LT15 Wood-Mizer. This is a small homeowner's mill that did not require a lumber edger because it was more efficient to stand the boards on end and use the mill to take off the edges instead of setting up a system for putting the boards aside for later. As our business grew, we upgraded to an LT35 Wood-Mizer. This was still a fairly small homeowner's mill. Because of this mill's setup, it wasn't entirely efficient to use an edger. Once we upgraded to the LT40, which is still a homeowner's mill but is capable of great production, we saw that it was necessary to own one in order to enhance production. The main change besides production rate was the addition of a board drawback. This changed where the swamper stands, which in turn made sanding the boards on end way less productive. Because the flitches could be moved faster using the board drawback, which removes the boards from the mill, it was faster to just remove the board than to have the swamper constantly walk around the mill to flip the flitches onto the log arm manually. Now we put all of the flitches in a jig so that they can be moved with a forklift over to the edger. But the kind of mill that you have isn't the only aspect to take into consideration. Whether you need an edger also depends on what you are cutting and how many hours you are running your mill. Not everything you can cut on a mill makes flitches. Most do, but not all. If you run your mill 10 hours or less in a week, then it is not worth investing in an edger, even with a mill like the LT40. When we upgrade to the LT70 Wood-Mizer, we will once again change our setup. Instead of the edger being separate from the mill, they will be run simultaneously. This will require a third person on the mill: the operator, the swamper, and the edger. Instead of the swamper putting the flitches in a jig, he will put it through one end of the edger. The other guy will be on the receiving end of the flitches and will put the finished product on the trailer. This adds to the swamper's job a little, but with the production rate of the LT70, flitches will add up too quickly. Right now, we run the edger once or twice a week, but with the LT70, we will have to run it every day to keep up. That's it for this week's video. I hope that you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe and check us out on Instagram at lumbercapital07.